Rohan Harry, but my friends call me Spam.
Hi, Spam.
How are you, darling? You know why they call me Spam?
Why?
They call me Spam because I've got a tough exterior and a soft heart and you need a key to open it. And I smell funny. The worst thing about being called Spam is the fact that no one will respond to me fucking emails. Please, just got me going. I recently fallen in love, which is a beautiful thing. She doesn't understand my sense of humour though. Whenever we're out in public, she'd always be like, Rohan, stop acting stupid, you're embarrassing me. I turned to her and said, you can talk, I'm hanging out with you and you're wearing your school uniform. It's the first joke I ever wrote. The older I get, the dodgier it is. I was in a long-distance relationship. They're pretty fucked up. I don't recommend long-distance relationships. They're too hard work. The only way we can make love is if I had a wank in an envelope. I'm going to send it to her. And if you think that's gross, try licking the envelope. It's going to send it. My first girlfriend rang me up the other week. She said, I still love you, Rohan. In fact, I love you warts and all. I said, so you should. You fucking gave them to me. You guys are a terrific audience. It's the best crowd I've ever performed to. No shit. I just did the Edinburgh Festival myself. I just went over there to check it out. Fucking tough work. They hated me. Hey, seriously, they weren't thinking my shit, so I got me cock out. The people at the front thought it was hilarious. The people at the back were like, what happened? It was a really tough time for me. It was a long and arduous flight over there. I had a wank on the plane. It was a long journey. I got horny. You've got to break it up. You're thinking, how do you do that? Magic sleeve. That's a true story. Nothing more depressing than a slowly dissolving penis and a handful of shame, folks. And I was sitting next to a clairvoyant lady. Pretty awkward time to get your palm read. But you guys are terrific. I mean out from the bottom of my heart. I fucking gave up my day job for this. I gave up everything to do this comedy. It's costing me more than I'm earning, but you got to fucking give it all. No, you do. Like, I'm on the dole and shit like that. And you got to rock up to these seminars where they teach you how to write resumes and prepare for job interviews. Pretty patronising, especially when you're not even looking for work. They gave me homework to do. They said, this is your assignment role. You've got to find an advertisement in the paper and you've got to write a response to that advertisement. I brought it with me tonight. This is what I had to say. I went for a job as a turkey packer. Alright, dear turkey packer person. I didn't know their name. I'm no turkey, but I'd love to be a turkey packer. I'm a big fan of turkeys and I'd have to say that they're probably my favourite marsupial. I believe I have the necessary qualifications for the position available. I'm a good person and I'll try to be a good person. That is if you employ me. Good is the word I hold strongly. A lot more than the word bad. Good enough about philosophy. Let's talk about me, your employer. I'm 26 years old. My star sign is Capricorn. I like quiet strolls along the beach and tummy rubs in front of an open fire. If you'd like to discuss matters further, please don't hesitate to contact me during business hours on 1-800-657-120, or you can SMS flirts to 109. There we have it. The ironic thing is I start on Monday. But I have worked in my time. I've had many jobs. For a while I worked as a male stripper. Never done it before and I rocked up naked. I had nowhere to go. That was a tough gig. Before that I worked at KFC. I gave them 6 years of hard work and diligent service. The only thing I'm going to show for it is a certificate of pen and a yeast infection. The boss pulled me aside, he said, this is what's going on, Rohan. Apparently someone's taken a dump in the urinal. And I want you to clean it up. So I said, listen here, mate, I work here. Why should I have to clean up my own shit? So I quit. This one time, this woman came in and she looked at me and she said, I want 2 chicken legs. So I put on a pair of Speedos. And I lifted up the Speedos, gave her 2 nuggets and a crispy streak. She asked for an upsize. So I handed her a moist towelette. Oh fuck. I sponsor a child because I'm lonely and I like the letters. This is the first one I got. He writes, Dear Owen, hi, my name is Akaputs and Nuttapalm, but all my friends call me Knackers. I'm 12 years old. I go to a school located in the northeastern region of Thailand. I like to study the English language, and when I grow up, I want to be a lawyer. Lastly, I'd like to thank you for taking me into your sponsorship. I wish you much happiness. Yours sincerely, Knackers. Nothing funny about that, but I haven't been keeping up with the payments. And I received this letter. He writes, Dear Rohan, just a quick reminder to say I did not receive your payment of $39.50 for the month of May. If you paid this amount for the last few days, please disregard this notice. Yours sincerely, Knackers. P.S. I must remind you may be charged late fee if payment is not received within 30 days. I ignored that letter. And I received this one. It's a bad letter. Wasn't happy. He writes, Rohan, I've been quite patient thus far and do not wish this to escalate to a position where legal action must be taken. Pay the full amount immediately or else you'll be sorry you ever helped me live. Regards, Knackers. If you have any questions, I can be contacted at akaputter@hotmail.com. Or you can SMS flirts to 1907. Here we go, you can pay your dues, folks. True or false? True or false? I shit myself for $5. Yeah, it's true. True story, ladies and gentlemen. You think that anyone can shit themselves? It takes a professional to earn $5. True or false? I farted in a whoopee cushion. In case you cared, that also is true. And I followed through. And I made myself another $5. True or false? True or false? I used to wee the bed. No, that one's false, because I still do. True or false? I had my first sexual experience with a piece of furniture. That's false. It was with my uncle. But it was on the couch. So technically, yes. Good old Uncle Bazza, folks. We all call him recliner because if you pull his handle hard enough, he'll let you put your feet up. Oh, fuck. It's going to be a late Melbourne. I hired a car when I came down here and I've been getting a lot of parking tickets. I'm sick of paying them, so now I just fucking collect them, eh? I've got it here, sorry, hold on a sec. I've got the stuff. Just started on Series 1. The City of Melbourne Parking Infringement Notice Collectors album. As you can see, my collection's coming on nicely. All I need now is a loading zone and I've got the whole set. This one here I've got on the Victoria Parade here. I've had it for 60 days and it's already doubled in value.